Welcome to the 2023 Minnesota Vikings season preview and predictions video here on Valhalla Sports Talk. My name is Jeff Cran, but the V homies and berserkers here on Valhalla Sports Talk know me as Valhalla. Let's get right in to the record prediction for the 2023-2024 season. Week 1, Minnesota hosts the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady is gone. And Minnesota Vikings are going to get a victory in week 1 against the Brady-less Bucks. Week 2, a short week, Minnesota travels to Philadelphia for a Thursday night contest. Philadelphia is going to be too much. Jalen Hurts and company get the victory in that one. Week 3, the Chargers travel all the way across from the West Coast to visit US Bank Stadium. And they bring their high-powered offense with them, and it's enough to get a victory in week 3. Week 4, Minnesota travels to Carolina, trip down south. Sunday matchup, Vikings get a victory in this one over Bryce Young and that young Panthers team. Week 5, Kansas City, the defending Super Bowl champions, take a trip to Minnesota for a Sunday matchup. And the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes and company, too much for the Vikes to handle. Vikings catch that L. Week 6, Minnesota travels to Chicago, the youngest in the league, Chicago Bear team. Vikings get a victory in that one. Week 7, the Vikings host the San Francisco 49ers, Christian McCaffrey and company. Too much for the Vikes defense to handle. And the San Francisco gets the victory in that one. Week 8, Minnesota travels to Green Bay to take on Jordan Love and the Packers. Jordan Love, Packers fans missing their Hall of Fame quarterbacks they've had for decades. Vikings get the victory in Week 8. Week 9, Minnesota has to travel to Atlanta off of the high of beating their arch-rival Packers, and Bijan Robinson runs it down their throat, and the Vikings take the loss in Week 9. Week 10, the Saints travel to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. Derek Carr in the house. He's going to catch that L. Week 11, Minnesota travels to Denver. For that one. Vikings taking on Russell Wilson and Sean Payton, the hated Sean Payton. Vikings get the victory in Week 11. Week 12, Chicago travels to Minnesota this time. Vikings, same outcome. They get the win. Week 13, Vikings have that bye week, a much-needed bye week. Had a good time of the season. They get to take a trip to Las Vegas, Nevada to take on the Raiders. Sorry, Raiders fans. Vikings going to get the victory in your big old Roomba stadium. Week 15, Minnesota travels to Cincinnati to take on Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Too much for the Vikes to handle. They catch the L in Week 15. Week 16, Detroit travels to Minnesota. Both teams vying for the NFC North crown. Vikings get the victory at home in this one. Week 17, the Packers limping. Rough season at this point for them. They come to US Bank Stadium and get the sweep. The Vikings win that one to sweep the Packers on the season. Week 18, Detroit, who is competing with Minnesota for the NFC North. Detroit's going to come because they're at home. They're going to get the win in this one. So my prediction for the Vikings season is we're going to get 10 wins, 7 losses, and that's going to be enough to win a tiebreaker for first in the NFC North. I want to thank you for joining us today for our season preview and record prediction video. I encourage you to subscribe, give the video a like, and turn on those bell notifications so you know when we go online. We'll see you in the next video.